share with you. But looking on forward, at the end of the day, we have another part of the business. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the social enterprise part of it. And the great thing about that is we actually have a new member. I don't know if you've seen her, Bronwyn. Hi, Bronwyn. Like I said, she had been working with CSE, Social Enterprise, from about October. And she's recently accepted a position to be on our full-time team. Woo! So talking to everyone about the social enterprise and what they have in store for 2015 is Bronwyn. Let's give her a round of applause.
Hi everyone. Everyone feeling good? Okay, so I have been working with CSE with Alex for the past couple of months. So CSE, he came to you guys and started introducing it to you the last time before Christmas, and he was talking to you about how it's going to be launched. So CSE has been launched. It's important that you guys know about what's going on the other side of the company, because you guys are essentially the guys who are going to be taking the company forward. You're going to be the people that are taking the company from strength to strength, so you need to know what's going on. So CSE has been launched. The main reason why CSE came about was because as a company we wanted to create something that will be able to generate revenue for us throughout the year, and at the same time CLA has been doing amazing over the past couple of years, so we wanted to grow it and take it to another level altogether. So that's us growing and expanding into a new market altogether. And at the same time we wanted to offer the exact same opportunities that we offer to students, to those who are not in university, those who are not in the university at the moment. So that's the whole basis of CSE. So in brief, CSE is for the non-university market, and then CLA is for those at university. Okay, so a bit of background. Okay. So pre-Christmas, our objectives were to get 60 people coming on board with CSE starting, and at the same time we wanted to run a 6-week trial, and of that 6-week trial we wanted 10 people coming back, and those people coming back and becoming managers in February. Unfortunately, not everything went to plan. We had a few challenges as we were starting up, but just like in fundraising, you knock your first door, you don't get in there instantly. So that was literally like our first door. So one of the things that happened over Christmas was we did not get the right candidates that we needed. So we targeted the wrong people, and in terms of recruitment, it didn't go as we planned because we didn't know exactly where to get the candidates from. So that was another reason as well. And we tried to do things a little bit different. So you know how you guys have sales school? These guys didn't have sales school, so they started their training without, well, they started knocking without that foundation that they needed. So that was a major setback as well. But one of the highlights for us was going to Winter Wonderland. I think you guys were in Tenerife at this time, right? Yeah, so this is us going to Winter Wonderland. So in 2015 we'll be launching CSE again. Does that mean everything is going to be perfect? Absolutely not, because we still have a lot of things to learn. But on the recruitment side of things, hopefully we've dealt with all of those, and yeah, so that should be quite exciting. We'll be launching on the 6th and the 7th of February, which is quite exciting. Yeah, so that's what CSE is up to at the moment, which is pretty good. Yeah, I'll hand over to Toye.
Obviously, like I said, this will be the long-term objectives for MSC. Self-running homes by 2016, 460k, so a lot of money. So like I said, I'm really looking forward to that. That's a lot of holidays, a lot of Tenerife there. And yeah, like I said, I'm getting a lot of money. But thank you for listening to running. Oops. Just a brief teaser. Obviously, when I was told I was going to be chairing this, Al and Alex took me aside, and they wanted everyone in full-time team to step up to the plate, and do something by themselves. But looking at it from the get-go, I didn't really know where to go or where to start off in terms of speaking to everyone today. I didn't really know, what direction I wanted to go at. Should I give them some nice motivational speech? Get them power is power, knock doors or be knocked over. All those catchy and cheesy phrases that you always hear, especially when it comes to things like American football. That's something I really love. didn't really know where I wanted to go with this speech. And I kept thinking hard and long about it. And something struck me and something changed. Obviously, Alex, with the organization of TEDx Clapham, he had his whole team organizing it, and they came to the office on Thursday. And I actually saw my first ever area manager. This was back when I started off in 2012. I don't know if any of you know who Simon Lucy is. Yeah, any come person? Yeah, Cardiff University student as well. And shout out Cardiff students. Well, like I said, I had a quick chat with him for about 5 minutes because he was really busy. And it made me realize, because when I was a fundraiser, and like I said, when he was up there, kind of looking up to him and looking at him in a different way, and it's kind of interesting because everyone has gone through that journey. Like, obviously everyone is here because they've been given a certain amount of management for 2015. We've gone through all the applications, all the Skype phone interviews, a couple of you, a few of you are in Tenerife as well. And there's no need for me to tell you, motivate you to do that program because you've gone through all the stages. But thinking about it, I kind of realized why I was doing this. Like I said, all the levels of management and everything that we actually teach you. I'm really, really excited. Then I think I had a nice light bulb moment and something I'm definitely going to be telling everyone about today. Like I said, I don't know if anyone actually started a management program doing this. We're talking about this, what I'm going to tell you everything today. I'm really, really excited to talk about this. And the person I'm going to talk about is myself. I mean, who doesn't love to talk about themselves? A nice pretty boy Toye there. Or a pretty lady Toye there. I took this off. So was it on Facebook? Yeah, sorry for copyright infringement there. But like I said, I just want to talk about myself because I don't know a lot of people know much about me because when they hear Toye, they always think about this big black guy nobody wants to mess with. I've heard that quite a few times. And all the rumors that all the senior managers were spreading in their regions. What was said?
I heard you do that.
Apparently I heard I had a certain sexual orientation. And personally I do not discriminate. I do not discriminate. But I also heard did you hear any more rumors from other regions about me?
That you couldn't go on the walk past.
Say again?
That you couldn't go on the walk past.
Yeah, someone said I was too big to go on the water park. Have any more rumors about me?
That was true.
That wasn't true.
That was true. Can't get away with that.
I've heard quite a few rumors about me, so I just want to set like a record straight. Yes, I'm big. I'm proud of it. But no, I love to be with people in the business. Well, let me just tell you a bit about me actually. Has anyone been to Nigeria before? Apart from, obviously, and Abdul. Like I said, that was me, 10th of October 1989. Very naughty and very bad boy. I was a very naughty boy then. Like I said, that's my oldest sister, and I used to give her a lot of trouble back then. So much trouble. I know when I was like a year old, I know I stuck a fork down her hands. Yes, and I know when I was sleeping, she was so angry with me. She had a lighter, she lit my bed on fire. No joke, it was that bad. And rumor has it that because she had that rope on me, she kind of tied me down on that rope. My parents had to do a lot of separation between us. And it was very, very interesting childhood, like I said. I don't know if any of you have like bullies as older and younger sisters. You know how that feels like, right?
So cruel. That's so quiet.
What the fuck is that? Yeah, I know. Then I had a younger sister come up. As you can see, I was chubby there, I'm not chubby there. She took all the food. Being the only guy in the house, the only boy in the house. Middle child syndrome. Has anyone middle child here? Yeah. How's that? How's that like? Great. Any bad experiences? Before I tell you mine.
Not particularly, just like really triggered. Like, you're not old enough to make your own decisions, but you're not young enough to get a
Wow. Anyone else? I saw a hand there.
Yeah, a lot of dresses.
I was putting a lot of dresses, but I don't show that picture there.
Yeah.
Anyone? I saw the hand in the back. Was it you, Robert?
Yeah.
What's it like?
It was, I was in these boys, it wasn't too bad. Like, I was in those boys, I was alright. I used to see my sister's dummy a lot, man. There's so many photos of that. Like, it's really embarrassing. I don't know why I told you.
It's quite interesting you say that. Obviously, like I said, the only sister, my dad was always traveling out for business. So it was always me, my mom, grandmas, aunties, all the time in the house. So that made me very seedy. I'm so embarrassed I'm saying this. But it made me very, very seedy. It was really, really bad. There's something my dad always used to tell me every Sunday. When I was like 3-4 years old, anytime he goes to the swimming pool, throws me to the swimming pool, I always just swim to girls. Always kind of like that magnet. But I'm not saying I'm seeing it. This was in the last century, okay? Yeah. But obviously there was no Snapchat, there was no social media there. There was no Twitter, no Facebook, no Tinder. And there's any other ones I'm missing out? Because I know I'm... LinkedIn, yeah. So this was the way I used to do to talk to my peoples. So yeah, it was a very interesting childhood growing up. Obviously, with all the trouble that I used to give my parents and my sisters, they were still very, very mischievous. So when I was growing up, getting into a lot of trouble at school. There was a time when a flight had to be delayed 4 hours because of me. This was when I was 6 years old. I got lost in Brussels International Airport because I was unaccompanied. And I got lost in the airport, I kid you not. And they had to delay the flight 4 hours. And it cost the flight company about 6 figures in France because of it. So because of me. Like I say, I'll say a lot of other things that I'll probably share with you in private. But yeah, like I said, it was like growing up, things like obviously fork. I used to hit my dad a lot. I was a real child growing up. It was very interesting. A lot of you don't think this was, but this was actually me. People think I'm very quiet and stuff. But that wasn't the case when I was growing up. It was so bad when I was growing up that my parents put me in boarding school, all boys Catholic school for 6 years. I'm not even Catholic. So they put me in an all boys Catholic school. So it was like mass twice a day, morning mass, afternoon mass, evening mass, 3 times a day. Reading Bible, stuff like that. What else used to do? Communion. You go into the box with the Father. They have to say all your sins, and yeah, mine was a long one. But like I said, put me in a robot, I'm not even Catholic, and still got to get out of trouble. Do any of you have like BB guns? Remember BB guns back in the day? Yeah. I used to do that, take that to school, fight our teachers. Like I said, hardly did any homework. Like I said, with the BB gun, very interesting thing I used to do. And this was probably the most respected teacher in that state. So kind of like the county. And then I had a BB gun, I fired it at the back of his head. The guy turned around and was like, "Who the did that?" And everyone kept quiet, didn't say anything. He stormed out of the room and he wanted to resign that day because of me. And obviously someone ratted me out. And yeah, not spanked. Yeah. I was suspended because obviously the Catholic so you don't flog people. Because back in Nigeria, like there's a lot of beating and going on with parents. And I was suspended for 2 weeks. And the way it works in this country, when you're suspended, you don't usually go home and sit away for 2 weeks. And mine was hard manual labor in the forest for 2 weeks. So it was literally cutting trees by myself, using machines, and all that. So like pretty tough childhood growing up. And obviously my parents went out of it. I'll say there was one very memorable one. Like I said, I used to be a rogue in school. There'll be some times where your parents will tell you to go upstairs and grab a couple of quid to give someone in their room. I did that, run upstairs to my dad's room and opened the door, opened his drawer, and I saw a gun. And I was like, "Dad, you have a gun?" And he took it from me, he was like, "Oh, don't ever touch it again." Like, no uncertain term, do not even think about touching it. Yeah. Yes, I took it. And not only did I just take it, I took it to school. Yeah, it was bad. I took it to school, showed a few of my friends. There was a bullet in it as well. Yeah, it was rough. I fired it during lunchtime outside at the back. It's bad, like they brought police involved because like a Catholic school, they thought, oh my God, something bad's happening. Brought police involved and stuff like that. It got really bad. But no one said anything because I had a really cool friends there. Like, so when you're in Ghana, when you can't, you keep quiet or else you're in trouble. So, like I said, I did that, and obviously my dad found out about it. And yeah, I've got a few scars in my back just to do that. But obviously, it happened a lot in school. Homework, a lot of detention. Then something happened. My parents were like, "We took you to Catholic school. You're not Catholic, and we couldn't even see what you are." So what they did for a summer, they took me to confirmation classes. So the way it works, like, because I'm Methodist in Nigeria, they take it for like whole summer, so it's every day reading Bible. So they have to use like divine intervention to sort me out. And this is me on my confirmation day, all white, because I'm a really nice guy. So like all white, all pure, all clean, and everything else. So but yeah, like all pure and all clean and everything else. So that's when I kind of turned my life around. So it's kind of like the person you see today. All quiet, all nice, very friendly kind of person. And you can testify to everyone in the office. I'm probably the nicest person in the office. So everything moved on, and obviously going to sports and everything else. And like I said, got my life back on track. Like I said, the divine intervention, and everything. And obviously, when being at home in the summer alone, child syndrome still used to happen. My parents, my sisters go on holiday. I'll be the only person in the house. And obviously, I used to watch a lot of TV, especially in the summer. And there was this one person I always used to see. Always used to, every summer, because I was kind of like into my sports. And then it was this guy. Does anyone know who this is? No, not you. Anyone else? No, you. What about him?
Cyclist.
What's he done in the past? Apart from...
No, he beat like cancer, leukemia.
Yeah, beat cancer, like I said, seven times Tour de France champion. Does anyone find cycling? Oh. Okay, anyone else? Sorry? Well, yeah, like I said, I'm 7 times Tour de France champion. He always used to ride his bike. Every summer, I don't know you guys, I'm a little Tour de France. I mean, these are people that cycle 70 miles every day for 3 weeks. I mean, you can imagine the toll it puts on your body. Pushing yourself through the mountains and everything. Every time I used to sit down in the summer, I'll see this guy cycling, pushing himself, and he always used to win year after year after year. And that's the reason why I'm wearing a bow tie. Because he always used to win every time. And obviously, the yellow jacket and everything. He always used to win. And pretty much I love this guy because he epitomises what I wanted to do. Like achieve, push yourself to the limits, smash everyone behind you, like competition, because it's you against yourself. And I'll say, on a scale of 1 to 10, this guy was like 10 to me. And I'll say the reason because it was my hero was, I'll say about 11 years ago, I got diagnosed with testicular cancer, just like him. And like I said, it was a really tough time in my life. Like I said, growing up, like I said, something happened, and I went to the hospital and said that got cancer, it's pretty much that. So I was in hospital for like 9 months, missed so much school. You can imagine, like I said, being a rogue, and you say, trying to turn your life around, and cancer just throws you off guard. And that's what pretty much happened to me. Like I said, my mom was already there by the side. It was kind of like surreal for me. I didn't know what to expect. Because I was finding out like interesting statistics. This is what I was told. Only 1 in 350,000 males actually have this disease, metabolic disease. The only 25 ever reported cases, and 18 of them were fatal. And this was in the UK and US statistics. And obviously when growing up back in Nigeria, obviously the medical facilities were not there. It was even probably worse for me. I didn't really know what to do. I was just sat there. My mom was there every day. My dad was there every day. Having no families. They bring flowers. I hated flowers. So no one sent me flowers. Even if you bring flowers for your mom, don't send it to me. They always make that joke in the sales meeting. They were like, oh, you get flowers for your mom. And the person next to me will be like, oh, if you want to send it to your manager, and I'm like, don't send it to me. So my people used to bring flowers, and that's probably the reason why I hate flowers, because like I said, people bring roses, stuff like that. So that's not my thing, man. You give me some nice chocolate. I want to eat chocolate. But like I said, growing up, 7 years, like I said, I was in the hospital like 10 months, chemotherapy, everything. Obviously, I don't have any pictures because my mom took all the pictures away because she didn't want to be reminded about that. But it's kind of interesting because you're looking at it looking at life from a different perspective. And you're thinking, are you going to be alive? Are they going to tell you it's terminal and everything? And it was that moment that I realized when I successfully beat it, I really needed to turn my life around. And it was like having that desire to go out there because you don't know every day might be your last day. And it's kind of interesting. I'm not being very, very ginger. Everyone's quiet. But this was the first time, this was back in Nigeria, the first time I was very, very popular. Okay? I'm a popular guy. This is what happened. This was the first time actually I ever saw white people in Nigeria. So, well, like I said, they brought some people outside. Was that racist? Because a couple of people did some faces at the back. I was like, was that racist? That's racist. Like I said, I'm very, very popular. I actually had a report written about me. My usual case of teenage cancer. It was this guy, like I said, he had like Santa bed, belly of like a pregnant person. It was weird. I was like, why is a white person in Nigeria? I was like, okay. Well, like I said, they did test about me, and that was one of the reasons why I got to be alive. And it's very interesting when looking at that, I realized I need to turn my life around. And it was after that point, that's what made me be a big fan of Lance Armstrong. Because it kind of like went through what I went through. I mean, regardless of all the drugs he did, sorry? Did you cry? No? Like I said, regardless of what he went through, like I said, all the things he got caught after doing, like doing all the drugs and everything, doing it. Because cycling is a tough sport. He was in bed, he never won anything in his life. To conquer cancer and win 7 straight Tour de France titles. And that was what made me my hero, because I was thinking they can actually do that. I mean, what's stopping me from doing that? And that's what made me, kind of like turn my life around. And like I said, got good grades, got like nice scholarship, yeah. So public school here, and like I said, graduated a master's degree in my university, which is just 5 minutes up the road. It's very interesting, UCL. So like I said, that's what pretty much made me turn my life around. You guys are probably wondering, why am I telling you all this? I'm sure a few of you know who this guy is. Warren Buffett. He's probably the most successful man in history. I'd say you have people like Usain Bolt, J.K. Rowling. I'm not a fan of Harry Potter books, but yeah, J.K. Rowling. There's something that they always use, especially when it comes to when they were, struggling a bit back in the day. And they had that drive that they wanted to succeed. Because they always had an internal scorecard that they had on them. I don't know if anyone ever come across an internal scorecard. Does anyone know about internal scorecard? CI? Right? What's the internal scorecard?
The internal scorecard is when you focus on beating yourself rather than beating other people.
Yeah. Exactly. And like I said, the internal, so it's kind of like internal and external. Where external, you're more worried about, I mean, having an external scorecard is good because the way other people judge you, and when you do something, people score you for what you've done. So you're happy with people's results that they're giving you. But the internal scorecard is when you actually score yourself internally, and actually commit to those things that you decide to yourself internally. And like I said, this is what Warren Buffett wrote in his book, and I'm just about reading it. Snowball effect. Champions they always use the snowball effect. Keep the snowball rolling in the right direction. Kind of like was coming from through this guy, Warren Buffett. Kind of having that snowball rolling in the right direction for you. The great thing about internal and external scorecard is, whatever situation you are, be life-threatening, like I said, obviously with the external scorecard, we're going to be scoring you. The presentation you're going to have tomorrow, the test you're going to have tomorrow. It's kind of like looking at how people score you, but I'd say the most important thing is an internal scorecard. Because if you actually look at it, everyone has business plans they've written here, right? Everyone's written their business plans? If you haven't, probably won't leave the room. Well, everyone's written their business plans, and everyone has those goals, those targets that they want to achieve. Everyone has probably said wants to get 100 donors at least. Everyone in their team should get about 450 donors altogether. Region-wise for regional managers, DMs, DDMs. Want to have a 2,000 LTG region. Yeah. And you have people like people that have been really successful in the past. People past champs. You have marshals. That picked 200 donors. Martin really in the region that picked about 200 donors as well. Well, 2,000 donors as a region. And you'd be asking them why have they done this. And like I said, there is one thing, writing it down at a business plan, why you want to achieve this. That's more kind of like the external scorecard. And the internal scorecard is how you're going to do it in terms of the drive. Because I can guarantee you one thing about these people. They won't have hit anything in the summer if they didn't have the drive to actually hit it. Because during the summer, shit gets thrown away. Things happen externally that I can't control. And when you're in the midst of the summer, there's nothing you can do about it. And the only thing that can help you go through that is having that internal scorecard. So people that have internal scorecard, they kind of like judge themselves and happy with their own commitments. So things like having a good social life, having a good married life, and things like having a good health life. So people always have that internal scorecard, usually range from about 1 to 10. It could be anything you want to think about, but at the end of the day, it needs to come from a good cause. Like, is that internal scorecard that you have going to affect your life? Is it going to help you move forward? Like in anything you do. So what I'll leave you on one final point is having that internal scorecard that you want to achieve, things that you want to score yourself and grade yourself that I know you want to be happy about. So in this last minute, I want you all to think about internal scorecards that you want to dedicate and commit to. So that even after you finish your summer, finish program with us, you actually commit to and you want to focus on moving forward. Because if you actually have that internal scorecard and that drive to succeed, mine was very different back then. It's like mine was a matter of life and death. Like after beating cancer, you need to make something of your life. So I always have this internal scorecard that I keep to myself till this very day. So it's up to all of you to think about what you want to commit to, how you're going to commit to it, and make sure you do everything and have that internal drive to commit to it. So I want you all to think about it for 1 minute, write it down, and after that, the next presenter. All of that. Thank you very much.